Hey,
Welcome.
welcome. God. So welcome to the first episode of the Cultured Swine podcast. This isn't really our first episode.
This is our second episode, but copyright's a bitch.
Because somebody put their audio clips in for longer than they needed to be. Go ahead. Argue that point.
How about you do the editing next time? Beach.
Guess what? I don't edit anything. All right. Anyway,
Beach.
welcome to the first episode of the Cultured Swine podcast. The last week, the video that didn't air.
We could have posted it. We could have still posted it, but it wouldn't have been the same without the audio clip. So,
the video was top 10 songs of all time. My number one song from that was "A Change Is Gonna Come" by Sam Cooke, which is a worldwide known song. And what was your number one song?
Cha Cha Slide.
The Cha Cha Slide.
I'm saying it like it's something wrong.
Okay.
I put Cha Cha Slide as number one. Let me check to make sure.
Yeah.
But that was a little joke.
So while you do that, this podcast is pretty much going to be me and JL. I don't think we even introduced our names, did we?
We didn't. We never did.
No. So I'm Jaron Walker, everybody, host of Small Afro Games on YouTube, and this is. Go ahead.
JL Armwood, a host of nothing actually. I'm Jaron's, best friend, but
Yeah.
it's about all I got going for me. It's about it,
You're gonna put that on your resume?
Yeah.
I'm best friends with Small Afro Games. Okay.
Well, I deleted the last list, but I'm pretty sure my number one was what?
It was a Cha Cha Slide.
No, but like my actual. It was your number one too.
No,
it wasn't. It was your number two. It was my number one. Some shit like that.
no, I don't think so. I don't remember. Whatever.
It was either Bohemian Rhapsody or.
Don't Stop Believing.
Yes, one of those two.
I don't think it was, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway, no, it was Eye of the Tiger. Was your number?
Yeah, it was. I'm tweaking out.
Anyway, so this list is going, or not this list, this podcast is going to be a lot of things. Album reviews, hip-hop album reviews, like, what's an album that's coming out soon? Yandi. Not for like another month.
We could review Khalid's album.
We could review Khalid's album.
I haven't listened to anything, so.
Khalid.
Khalid's pretty cool.
Khalid's fine, I guess. But, yes, we're going to be doing top 10 lists, like top 10 songs of all time, which we already did. We're going to get into what we're doing today in a couple minutes. We're going to do something next week, I'm sure, top 10. So stuff like that, we're going to rank things, and we're going to review things, and all kinds of stuff, debates, because I have a different musical opinion than he does. My favorite song of all time is Love Song by Sarah Bareilles. What's your favorite song?
Of all time?
Yeah.
I have a lot. I'd say of all time. Probably. I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Great. Thanks for your awesome
input. I would say like Human Nature by Michael Jackson. But
wow, really?
I wouldn't at the same time, yeah.
Wow.
Fuck that song.
Anyway. So, is there anything else we really need to do as an introduction? This webcam that we're using sucks.
We will be getting a new one.
We will be getting a new one soon.
And we'll be getting a table pretty soon, too. So by next podcast, we'll have a table.
I'm buying the webcam, Jail's buying the table. We're going to have a nice table.
We're going to be able to be like this.
And we'll put the microphone on it. We'll put this freaking... We spent too much money on this microphone, I think was the problem.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we have an amazing camera, horrible microphone. But anyway, we're...
Other way around.
What'd I say?
Amazing camera, horrible mic.
I said, okay. Yeah, we have a horrible camera.
Our setup's pretty dope, actually. We got
our setup.
Yeah, we got the basketball light right.
Yeah, I have a lamp set up right next to
that's what's lovable about it.
You got to work with what you got sometimes. Yeah. But we will be more professional over the next 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So today's top 10 list is what we're what's it going to be? Top 10 artists of all time.
Yes. Opinionated.
Yeah, it's very opinionated lists. We're hopefully not going to agree on everything. We're going to elaborate a little bit on why we think this person deserves to be on the list. And if you guys disagree with us, let us know. We're going to be putting up a poll at the end of every top 10 list saying whose list was better. And we're going to have you guys vote on who you guys think the list was better. 2 weeks from now, we're going to be on iTunes.
Yes.
Yay. We're going to be on the iTunes podcast. I'm setting that up, so I'm getting the whole agreements and stuff worked out for that. We're going to be on iTunes pretty soon.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Yeah.
Very little audience right now.
Yeah, we have no audience.
Yeah. So it makes it feel like so much less intimidating talking to the camera because we're not talking.
Well, no, because I'm advertising this on my YouTube channel.
Anyone subscribe to the channel?
Yeah, no, my YouTube channel, my subscribers from there, they're pretty They're pretty like most of my demographic is like less than like I want to say like 15 years old, but I think some of them like music. A lot of them like music, and I'm sure some of them will come to this. And then we'll both promote it to like our friends on like social media, like Instagram and stuff like that.
Word.
So our friends will see this. So
there's some ads on Facebook, which sucks.
Yeah, we'll have some ads. Jail's running a business right now that's doing moderately well.
No, it was doing well, and then all of a sudden, I was like, let me try Facebook ads. I got one visitor yesterday on my website. Just one, the entire day. Opposed to 100 or 300 or 400. One. Fuck Facebook ads, bro.
You gotta post more. You gotta post more on your Instagram and
I do. You have like 50,
make different advertisements. Because if I've seen an advertisement before and I see the same advertisement again, it's not gonna make me want to do anything.
Yeah, I stopped fucking with the Instagram, focusing on Instagram.
You can curse. I don't think it matters.
Fucking with Instagram. Mm-hmm. I hopped on Facebook bandwagon again because I wasn't going to do it. Because that's how you get the money with Facebook. Instagram is like... Anyways.
All right, so we're going to get into this list. I mean, last week when we did this, we did rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to go first.
We're going to do that again, or...?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think.
I think that's what it was.
Whoever won went first. Okay. You ready? We're only going to do one.
All right.
Hold on. Because he beat me yesterday. We played rock, paper, scissors a bunch yesterday. Yeah, I got smoked a lot of times. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's really 3 options.
It's not really something you think about. It's something you just do when you're
happy.
Rock, paper, scissors, and shoot.
Every time. I don't understand. Okay, fine. Would you like to reveal who you're... And this is going to be rappers, singers, or just artists.
Artists in general.
They don't even have to... They don't even have to sing or have vocals at all, as long as they...
I don't think I have any rappers on my list.
You don't have any rappers on your list?
I don't think so. I think... Let me check. Yeah, no.
Oh! First of all, do you have any honorable mentions?
Do that at the end. Before number 1.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll do it before number 1.
Okay. No, that's fine. I have a lot of honorable mentions.
Can you plug this in?
You want me to plug your phone in the middle of the podcast?
I can't reach, buddy. Cut it out. Okay.
I'm not editing. Crap. We're all gonna sit here and we're gonna watch you.
We gotta cut something.
No, we're gonna watch you interrupt this podcast to let me plug in your phone with your giant freaking cord, just so you can have a little battery.
If my phone died in the middle of the podcast, that'd be pretty unfortunate, huh?
Well, how about you just keep your phone charged up?
What are you looking at my list, cheater?
I didn't see anything.
My number 10 is Bon Jovi. Number 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that.
What's your favorite Bon Jovi song?
Of course, you know my favorite Bon Jovi song.
Well, they don't know.
Living on a
Living on a Prayer, huh? What's your second favorite Bon Jovi song?
I don't think that matters.
You don't think it matters?
I honestly don't know any. I know one.
I don't know any Bon Jovi songs.
I don't know the names of any of them, but I can sing the hell out of them.
Okay.
It's I want to know the name of it. It's talking about Rodney as a cat. Oh. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride, 'cause I'm wanted.
Dead or... Wow. Okay, I did not expect you to say that.
No, yeah. I wasn't going to have him on my list, actually. But
we'll
see at the end.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Ruffle your Pop-Tart right in front of the microphone. That's cool.
I don't think this...
No, go ahead.
I don't think our 2 audience viewers have a problem with it.
You need the crust.
I don't like the crust.
You don't like the crust of the Pop-Tart? Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
All right, number 10.
All right, my number 10. So we actually had a debate. Not a debate.
I thought that was for your number 1.
No, we talked about who I was debating on putting as number 10 on my list. It was between 2 people, and it was one that is really, really successful right now, and somebody that's had a bigger influence. So we had a debate as to what was more important, whether or not popularity and notability, right? I don't even know if that's the right word. Is more important than influence and impact in the music industry. I had 2 people in mind to put at my number 10 because I was stuck. One was Drake, who was an honorable mention of mine. But instead of going with Drake, I think I went with my gut and I wanted to pick the guy who had the more influence and impact over just music, rap, R&B, anything like that, pop music within the last 10, 20 years. And so my number 10 pick is Pharrell Williams. Pharrell.
Why did they? I thought it'd be like Kanye or Jay-Z.
No, Pharrell.
That's a good pick.
He makes his own music.
Yes.
He produces other people's music. He writes other lyrics for people.
He's a clown.
He's a clown. There was a whole... I was arguing with my dad about some of the people on my list, and he wanted me to put like people like Elton John, and he actually, I think he brought up Bon Jovi and stuff on my list.
Elton John was an honorable mention.
Elton John is an honorable mention for you, yeah. So I wanted to put Pharrell on here. My dad, he told me no because these artists, the other artists that I like, didn't get sued for copying somebody else's song, and like that's one incident. And I don't even think those two songs sound alike, to be honest with you. Blurred Lines and what's the Marvin Gaye song? I don't even know if it's like Gotta Give It Up or something like that.
I don't even remember. I know the case, but I don't remember the song.
Yeah, and I've listened to the two songs.
I didn't know it was Pharrell. I thought it was Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke and Pharrell.
Is both of them?
Yeah. They both, I mean, I think Pharrell produced the song.
Oh. So
it was more Pharrell's, kind of thing. But yeah, no, I think Pharrell, it's one blemish on his career that's had 20 long years. They did, I'm trying to think of like popular Pharrell songs back in the day. He did Grindin' by Clips. He's had his own albums. He's a judge on The Voice. I think he designed his own clothes.
Yeah, Uniqlo.
Uniqlo. That's him, really? Yeah, so he's had, and that's art, in a way. So I
You went broad.
I have a lot of, what?
You went broad on this.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for
Pharrell.
Yeah, because he puts a lot of work into his craft, and I gotta respect him for it. And somebody who could do all that stuff and have a nice singing voice is worthy of being on the list. So that's number 10. I feel like all the other people I have are like, yeah, bigger than him, but but that's that's okay.
As much to say about all the people.
Yeah, you know what's funny? As I'm looking at my list right now, I'm changing one, and I'm
cheating.
I'm putting him instead of my honorable mention. I'm putting him as number 9 on my list because I was going back and forth with that as well, and I'm changing it now officially. I looked at it and I thought it was really stupid. So go ahead. While I'm doing this, why don't you tell me your number 9 pick?
My number 9 pick is, remember what I told you? I was in the car like, is a band okay?
Yeah. So before he got here, he asked me if a band. Can I guess what?
That's when what? Yeah. Go ahead.
Let me guess what your number 9 is.
Not the Beatles.
It's not the Beatles.
Not the Beatles.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead, tell me.
The Rolling Stones.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been in your car thousands of times, and I never heard you listen to a Bon Jovi or Rolling Stones. So the fact that you put them on your list is...
Bon Jovi I used to listen to when I was younger. It's like more like something a dad plays, like my dad or my grandpa would play to the whip.
Okay.
And I would like play it, or not play it, but listen to it when I was in the car. Rolling Stones I used to listen to a lot. Like back in freshman year, around there, I used to listen to Under My Thumb by Rolling Stones.
Wow.
Yeah.
So far we don't have anyone on the together.
Probably like the top 3 would be the same.
Probably, because whenever you think of like the best artists of all time, it's like,
yeah.
So my number 9 is somebody who I just put on my number 9 as my number 9, and that's Bob Marley.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I was originally going to put...
Look at you, that's funny. Look at you.
I was originally going to put somebody else on my list as number 9, but I will get to him when we talk about our honorable mentions. But Bob Marley, he's had... I don't even want to say just an impact on like the kind of music he's made. Because, so many people from so many like ethnicities when like...
Everybody listens to Bob Marley.
Yeah, everybody. Because whenever you listen to whenever you see like for example, like a white person listening to like rap music, everyone looks at that person like weird for some reason. I don't get why, but like they look at the person weird because like, why are you listening to this music? This isn't the kind of music your people should be liking, But Bob Marley is like universal. Bob Marley is somebody who anyone, any age, ethnicity, gender, anything you want to throw in there, you can listen to and they can enjoy because it's feel good music. Sometimes feel good music is more important than having a message sometimes or being like political or all that garbage and stuff. So number 9, definitely Bob Marley. I was going to put somebody else as number 9, but I'll get to him in later in the episode. But
Bob Marley was actually my number 8.
Is he your number 8 pick?
He was.
He was your number 8.
I moved him up.
So he's going to be on this list later?
He's on this list. That's all. Oh, you're funny. You're
great.
Funny. But he's actually my number 8, but he's a little earlier or later on this list. My number 8 is actually not somebody I listen to, but my grandpa listens and my entire family listens to.
Wow.
and all they talk about whenever they talk about good music is Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
Jeez,
Frank Sinatra's a great singer.
He's pretty good.
Or he was a great singer, I guess. Oof.
I put that one on there to honor, not honor, but I guess pay respects.
No, yeah, Frank Sinatra. He's what kind of genre of music would he be classified in?
Not really like
jazz.
I was. I mean, what else though?
Yeah, I guess jazz. Like
jazz, classical. Jazz has no words.
No, it can. I don't know, but no, he definitely does because
jazz is all
yeah. So I guess it wouldn't be jazz. I guess it would be classical kind of music. Yeah, I can see that. He
Frank Sinatra Jr. by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
His son, that anyone's only known from those Family Guy episodes.
Yeah.
Wow, Frank Sinatra. That's an iconic voice.
Yeah, I understand his impact on music as a whole.
Yeah, wow, that's a good pick. My number 8 is somebody who, if I had more confidence in myself, and this was 10 years down the road,
Britney Spears
would probably be number 2, maybe even number 1 on my list.
Britney
Spears. No. This is somebody who is pretty much the same as Pharrell, and does the exact same thing as Pharrell, but I think does it a little bit better, and that is Kanye West. My number 8 is Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Yeah. So, before. Yeah, Kanye West is number 8. Is the number 8 best?
Oh my goodness.
What?
I don't have a number 7.
You don't have a number 7?
I don't have a number 7.
Actually?
Yeah.
How do you not have a number 7?
Because I edited the list stupid.
Well, while you're figuring that out.
Oh, I had a number 7.
Yeah, I gotta think about it. So, Kanye West, he started off producing music for people like Jay-Z and stuff like. Did he produce 99 Problems? I don't know if he did. I don't think he did.
I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know about producing and all that well. Honestly.
Yeah, so he made so many beats before, and then he hopped in the rap game. College Dropout, his first album, was something that everyone calls his best. I don't think it's his best album, The College Dropout. Then their Late Registration, which people call his second best album. I still don't think that's his second best album. And then he's had so many just like huge impactful songs in rap music and changed the game for people, and he's influenced people like Big Sean, Chance the Rapper. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Kendrick in a way, kind of. He's had a lot of cultural impact on so many people. I think his best album is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I think his second best album is Kids See Ghosts.
Run away.
But that's just my opinions. But I know I got into another debate with my dad about this because my dad thinks that because of all the crazy things he's doing nowadays.
I feel like that shouldn't have anything to do with.
I said that. So myself, I can separate the art from the artist because like 6ix9ine, for example,
he's a clown.
He's ridiculous. But I think his music is entertaining and fun. So I could separate that. And plus, what Kanye is doing right now, we can't tell if he's wrong. It's just something that most of us don't agree with, right? And it's not even something that we can really. If it's his opinion, we can't really criticize him for his opinion, right?
Politics don't change music.
Yeah, politics has nothing to do with the art that you produce. So that's my number 8 pick. I think what he's doing now, whether or not you agree with it or not, tarnishes his reputation, but not his music, because I think, despite what everyone says, I'm not supporting Kanye West anymore. I think his music is going to stay relevant. And for example, of people like rappers, Eminem has been talked about being old, being irrelevant, trying to hang on to the last bit of relevancy he has in the rap game. No one brings up that conversation to Kanye. And Kanye West has been around longer than Eminem has. So, in terms of the music industry. Mm-hmm. So, I gotta give it up to him because people don't even bring him into that conversation except maybe Charlemagne the God or something like that, but he doesn't know what he's talking about for anything anyway. So I don't know. That's my opinion. I think he's number 8. If it was really up to me, he'd probably be higher on this list, but I have to show respect to some other people. So go ahead. What's your number?
I
What is
don't-
your
I don't-
invisible number 7 pick?
I don't have a number 7, but Jaron brought up something. He said the Beatles. I'm gonna just fuck around and put the Beatles on number 7 just because I didn't have a number 7 to begin with. I guess I was
Were the Beatles not on the list to begin with?
Not
I thought you
at
were gonna put them on.
I wasn't, but I guess I will now because I had my list in order, and I guess I switched up the numbers and took someone out, and I don't remember who that person was. But I'll fuck around and say the Beatles.
So okay, so I know you've liked the Beatles for a very, very long. Can you give me a reason as to why their music has such a big impact on the kind
I
of?
feel that everyone takes inspiration from the Beatles in some way, and as far as I know, what I found really intriguing by the Beatles is you ever hear when albums, like when a song plays and then it'll like end and then it'll connect two songs or more songs.
It'll fade into the next one.
They'll all connect.
Like Control and One Dance.
Pretty much.
Okay.
But if you listen to Abbey Road, the entire Abbey Road album is just one straight song.
I have always liked albums like that.
I like that a lot about that album, and I feel like that's inspired a lot of other. I don't know. I can't say this. This is the first one I've heard. I can't say if this is the first album that's done this or first people. I doubt they're the first people that did this, but I feel like that it inspired a lot more people to do that, and their style is just something that's so psychedelic and just dope. And if you listen to the lyrics of their songs, they all have meanings. Like "Come Together" is about a political problem that was going on in Britain in 1968, something around there, 1964, and between those years. And I think the Beatles deserve a spot on this list, even though I didn't have them on the list in the first place.
Nice.
Because yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. They were definitely they were huge for their time.
yeah, that too. And it's hard to narrow them down as one. I couldn't say like Paul McCartney over. Well, I was gonna say Ringo Starr. Fuck Ringo Starr. He's funny, right?
Wow, you don't like Ringo Starr?
I don't like him. He's just a meme. But
Wow.
Paul McCartney over John Lennon because they're all great. You know what I mean? It's like can't think of one without the other, except for Kanye's song with Paul McCartney.
Kanye song. Oh, with Rihanna too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, my number 7, who I actually had as a number 7, is somebody who's again, it's more feel good music, and I think that kind of music you put in the air, feel good music is really, really important because so many people try to make songs that try to have a message, and this guy does have messages. Sometimes it's just he's not as in your face and preachy as some of these other people, and he does it in such an entertaining way, and because of the his situation, makes it a lot more impressive that he's been able to do the kind of things that he does. So my number 7 is Stevie Wonder. Blind Stevie Wonder. First of all, if you were blind, you could play piano. That's amazing because I can't even imagine what it would be like to not see. I can't imagine what it would be like to have that disability, and just the thought of him taking that and not even using it to his advantage. He just took it and he's not even letting that hold him back from what he wanted to do, and that plus his great singing voice, just his rhythm, his musical track record, his discography, all that stuff. It's something that's gonna last forever, and something that I can respect, an artist that I can very much respect culturally. So that is my number 7. That's my number 7 pick.
Number 7.
That is my number 7 pick.
Yeah,
Stevie Wonder. So you're looking at Stevie Wonder. Why?
Some of his songs I can remember.
Well, Superstition.
Yeah.
Do I
do?
He
has a lot of songs that aren't too old too.
Like what?
2018. I just.
He's still making. He hasn't not stopped making music or anything like that.
I just saw. I was about to read it. There's one from 2009 about All About the Love Again. Yeah, All About the Love Again.
All About the Love Again, huh?
You've heard that? I haven't.
Never heard that. I haven't listened to anything recently from him.
I can't say I was. Me and Mrs. Jones is 2018. Can't say I was a Stevie Wonder fan because I don't. Not that I don't listen to him as I don't listen to him as much as a lot of other people do. But I'm aware that he's a pretty amazing artist.
So from what I've seen, we only had one person on each other's list so far.
Bob Marley.
Yeah, which I don't know when it's gonna come up. I don't want.
That's my number 6. So.
Is it he's your number 6?
Yeah.
Bob Marley's your number 6, huh?
Bob Marley's my number 6.
Why would you put him as number? So I put him as number.
For all the exact reasons you went on. He makes feel good music. Anybody can listen to him. I was riding in the car with Vincent fucking Reyes, who has the worst taste in music I've ever seen in my entire life, and he took the aux cord and played Bob Marley the whole way to Jersey Shore and back. And it's just like his music has such a great vibe on you no matter what. And it's like a music that can bring anybody or any group of people together.
So I had him as number 9. What makes him better than the other 4 people that you had above him?
Well, the Beatles, I just had to fill them in at number 7,
right.
So that doesn't count. But I just think that, not that he's more influential, but just there's a lot of people, especially kids nowadays. Let's say we were to bring Frank Sinatra up to a kid nowadays. Even myself, I didn't really, you know what I mean? I wasn't able to elaborate on Frank Sinatra. If you brought up Bob Marley to anybody, they would know who Bob Marley is because he just had that big of a reach. Because everybody and their mom listens to Bob Marley, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At least know one song by Bob Marley, and you know exactly what song I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning.
Wait, what?
Smile with a rising sun.
That's not the song I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of...
Birds. Every little thing gonna be alright.
Oh, yeah. That's
the song. I skipped like half the song.
Every little thing gonna be alright.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So...
I think he died in a kind of... No disrespect, but...
Oh, yeah. He just found out how he... I was the one who told him how he died. Toe cancer. Yeah, Rastafarians didn't believe in it was like doctors. I don't know the full story, but from what I know, there's like some kind of Rastafarian belief against something that prevents him from even wanting to go to the doctor, huh?
Medicine, maybe?
Medicine? I don't know. I doubt it. But all right, that's cool. So that's number 6, right? So my number 6 is somebody who I can't say I listen to on a regular basis.
Oh, cancer. Jesus.
I can't listen to on a regular basis. I can't. You look it up, and it's toe cancer. Yeah, somebody who I don't listen to on a regular basis just because of it's kind of really not the time anymore. And I bring up my dad a lot because my dad just loves music, and I take a lot of knowledge from him when it comes to music because I know a lot, or he knows a lot about it. So I hear my dad listening to this guy a lot, and it's one of his favorite musicians of all time. He's known for his instrumentation more than he is his vocals and his lyrics. But I didn't really think too much about him. But 2011, me, my mom, and another guy went to Seattle. And when we were in Seattle, we went to the, I want to say Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or Rock and Roll Museum. Some famous museum in Seattle. I don't remember what it was. And I was walking around. I bought a Nirvana wallet, not even knowing who Nirvana was, pretty much. But I was looking at this room, and I saw a bunch of people sitting down looking at a screen. And I was looking at it, and I wanted to see what they were looking at. And they were looking at a screen from a clip that was displaying a clip from Woodstock. And it was a guy who was playing just on his guitar. He was playing the national anthem on his guitar. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
My number 6 is Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Purple Haze.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. One of the greatest guitar players of all time. Again, influential on, I want to say, rock, I guess? Yeah, rock music. And he's somebody, he would be booed off stage. I remember hearing stories about how he would be the opening act for people, and they would boo him because he just, first of all, he's black in that era. He's a black musician. He's a famous black dude, in that era. Wasn't really the most shined upon thing back then. And he was just also, this guy just plays guitar and stuff, and he says a couple words get out of here. I want to see the Rolling Stones or something. But he ended up, overcoming all of it, all of that stuff, and to perform at like those big concert levels and have such a big musical history and track record, especially in that period of time where black musicians were not looked at as great at all whatsoever. Like, name a black musician from that era that was as popular as Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, no. So maybe Sam Cooke, I guess. Maybe not even, because I think that was like 10 years apart from each other. So yeah, Jimi Hendrix is my number. I haven't been looking in the camera directly this entire time, but my number 6 is Jimi Hendrix. So sorry, I went on a mouthful there, but I want to elaborate a little more on these. What is your number 5 pick? We're halfway done with this list.
Watchtower.
Halfway through.
All on the Watchtower
By Jimi Hendrix. Yeah.
Song's fire.
Number 5. What you got? Did you write a number 5?
Yeah, just Whitney Houston.
Wow.
So my number 5.
Yeah, no, she's not on my list. Go ahead.
She's rest in peace. First of all, I was gonna say something that wouldn't have been funny. I was gonna joke, but she's she went through a lot. I think, especially with James Brown and her whole addiction and
Bobby.
Yeah, I said James Brown. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me?
I don't know.
Bobby. I said Bobby. Yeah, Bobby Brown. Well, her she had an amazing voice. She's amazingly influential to the point where when she passed away, I think they half-staffed the flag on the White House, I think.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. My mom is a huge Whitney Houston fan, and even though she can't replicate her voice as beautiful as Whitney Houston was, I think she had an impact on the music because a lot of people found her inspiring, but I don't want to say inspiring. I want
influential.
Connect. You can connect.
Relatable.
Especially with the people that are dealing with problems like her, like abusive relationships and addiction. And yeah,
wow.
Whitney Houston is on my list for.
That's interesting because Whitney Houston isn't on my list, and I didn't put her on my list for a specific reason, and I'm gonna get to that when we talk about the honorable mentions because I didn't even think about her, to be honest. But there's a couple people on my list that I want to categorize her in. It's an unfortunate list of people that I'm gonna categorize her in, but I feel like it's my opinion. It has to be said, but we'll get to her when we get to the honorable mentions. But okay, I
realized there was a mistake in my list again.
There's a mistake.
I put somebody higher up than they should be.
Nice, great job.
Yeah, because my list is out of order.
Well, I mean, there's 4 slots left on your side, but number 5 for me is somebody who I assume is probably going to be on your list. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I'm looking at the top 4, and there's no way that this guy's more impactful than the other 4. And I wouldn't have put this guy on the list if he wasn't as popular as he was. He could have sold half of the records that he did, and I wouldn't have put him on. But I think just because of we had a discussion about whether popularity is more important than influence, and this guy, he really did both. He was so popular for so long, and he had an influence on so many like artists from his era to today. Even today, some people are kind of trying to do the cool guy thing that he was doing. So my number 5 pick is Elvis Presley. Yeah, so Elvis Presley, my grandma loves him. He's like her screensaver and her phone case, and she named her cat Elvis. Really? She has an orange and white cat named Elvis, and his music could be played 50 years ago, 50 years from now, and even today. He has that voice, he has that swagger, he has that charm, he's got that the cool moves, the discography, all those big time records, like Hound Dog, Jailhouse Rock, all that stuff. And he was somebody who kind of elevated the music game over time, because when he came in, nobody was really doing what he did. Nobody was really doing the upbeat whole cool guy, bad dude, bad boy thing. He was so big, and I could not put him on the top 10. He was such a big big artist. A lot of people give him crap because he stole from black culture.
And Forrest Gump.
It was black culture, and as somebody, you're black. I'm half black. And it's coming from me. I think in that era, black music wasn't really what Elvis was doing. It is what I'm trying to say. His music influence and the influence of black music culture kind of rose together at the same time. It kind of became what it is at the same time. I wouldn't say he stole from it. I would say he kind of
added to it.
If anything, added to it, which sounds weird because he didn't really. But you get my point. So that's my number 5. What is your number 5?
What are you talking about?
Pick
Number 5.
You already did your number 5. What's your number 4?
Yeah, this is what I meant by he's a little higher up on my list, but
if you want to switch him around, switch him around. If he deserves to be high.
I think I'll just leave him where he is. He's not in a terrible spot. He could be... Probably put him below Whitney Houston because I don't think he's as big as Whitney Houston or even Bob Marley. He's definitely under Bob Marley. Put him way too high on this list.
Oh, so you would if you
he'd
could do it over,
probably be number
lower?
6, yeah, and then bump Whitney Houston up to 4, and then Bob Marley up to 5.
Okay.
I had Johnny Cash on my list. Johnny Cash.
Ain't no grave.
Old Soul. Hurt. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Wow. Whenever I think of Johnny Cash, I think of Mob of the Dead from Black Ops 2. Cause and I know I've heard Johnny Cash music before. But, wow.
Yeah. That's another artist I was introduced to by the older people in my family. Not saying his music isn't still great, but I always found him, as you sort of described Elvis as a cool cat. He always had this it factor about him. He passed away in like 2003, I think, or. Passed away not too long ago, within my lifetime. I just always found him very interesting, and his voice and his way of singing always brought interest to my ears. And
he does have an amazing voice.
Yeah, he has a great voice. I thought you were laughing. That's what I said. But yeah, I think Johnny Cash deserves to be at number 6 in my list, not number 4.
So in reality, Whitney Houston's number 4.
Yeah, and then Bob Marley would be number 5.
Bob Marley's number 5.
And then Johnny Cash number 6.
Johnny Cash number 6.
Yes, Johnny Cash.
Okay. So, interesting. Such a number 4, huh? My number 4 is somebody who I was debating on putting at either 2 or 1 on this list, but I couldn't do it just in terms of impact. This guy is so talented. So, such a strange dude. And I don't think it's who you're thinking of. But he's such like a crazy character. I don't know how to describe him, because he's somebody that at his time was so mesmerizing to look at, and so mysterious, and I don't want to say soulful, but I guess soulful would be the word, because he's so I'm at a loss for what should I think of how to describe him, because he's so indescribable. That's how unique he is. There's never gonna be I can't even say that he's had influence on anybody. People could probably have listened to his music and got inspired, but I wouldn't say it's influenced anybody's music. Not that I know of, because his music was just so unique compared to anybody before him and anybody during his time or anybody after his time. And that is Freddie Mercury. He's got a movie coming out. Do you know who Freddie Mercury is? Do you know who Freddie Mercury is?
Heard of Freddie Mercury.
You know who Freddie Mercury is. I'm mad that you don't know.
Is he in that movie? This new movie where he's with a white dude in a car or something like that? I have no idea who Freddie Mercury is.
Freddie Mercury was the lead singer of Queen.
Oh wow!
And you didn't know that? And Bohemian Rhapsody was your number 4 song of all time.
I don't. That's why they're not on my list. I don't know anything about the band itself. I know the song.
Yeah. Queen. It was such a huge band. You can't tell me you can't name so many Queen songs. There's so many people from from back in the day that I could just name like maybe like one song or two songs from. Freddie Mercury and Queen, you could just go back and listen to so many of their songs, and it's cool when you can have one song that like stands the test of time, but when you can have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 songs that just people listen to so like far in the future, it's amazing, no one can do that. No one is ever going to be able to do that ever. Nobody's going to be able to have as many songs as he had be relevant today as they were when they originally came out. Again, he changed the music industry. He did things that nobody else really had the guts to do sonically. He's got a movie coming out about him. It's cool because the guy from Mr. Robot is playing him. He's got the big old mustache and everything, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really say about him. I wish I could elaborate on it more, but there's no really need to. I don't think, because I kind of think it's kind of self-explanatory. So, Freddie Mercury is my number 4 pick. We're in the top 3 now, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top 3 artists of all time. This is where it's going to get kind of,
similar.
Probably similar, just because like there's no argument over who really could be in the top 3. I think there might be one person. Maybe. I don't know. But I think there's one person that we might not have in our list.
Yeah, there's somebody we already know that we have not in the same spot on our list because you mentioned one person.
Okay. So, okay.
My number 3 is Prince.
Number 3 is Prince?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 3 is Prince because...
Wait, hold on. My number 3 is Prince.
Why you did that to me?
Because we can just talk about it together, and I don't have to sit here and wait to reveal it. Go ahead. Go
I picked Prince as number 3 is because my first memory of Prince is but if I say this, it'll reveal my number 1, so forget what I was going to say. But when I first heard Prince, I think I told you this story before when I first heard him, and I thought he was somebody else.
No, go ahead.
I thought he was another very influential artist, who he's not. And I always thought they were pretty similar in how they sound, but not too. They were still very different. Yeah, they're pretty different. I was gonna say like something more intelligent.
Okay.
But yeah, I think anyone can get behind the fact that Prince would be number 3 or higher on this list. He's very different.
Flamboyant.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You heard the F.
Yeah.
He's very different in his performances and the way he dressed and the way he carried himself. I think it inspired a lot of people to just be who they were. Yeah, flamboyant was the word to describe that. Especially watching. It's
not wrong.
Watching when the Dumb Scribe video when he comes out of that bathtub always gets me. But that's just who he was, and I think that, he passed. That's just who he was, and I think that's what's so inspiring about him to me is that he reached people more than just in his music, but in his personality.
Wow.
So
yeah, in terms of why he's my number 3, I mean, as you know, whenever I think of Prince, I automatically associate my father in my head. Because my father is, like how my grandmother's the biggest Elvis fan I've ever seen, my dad's the biggest Prince fan I've ever seen. He was Prince for Halloween. I'm going to try to find that picture.
That's the best picture.
I don't even know if I still have it or not.
So I might get it out as Prince, too.
Yeah, I'm sure I have it somewhere. But my dad was Prince for Halloween last year. He listens to Prince on like a regular basis. He replicates Prince's songs on his guitar and stuff. And I just whenever he does it, and I don't want to like associate anything with my dad because it's kind of like the uncool thing to think about. But there's no way that I can't. I'm trying to find it too. There's no way like I can't give him the credit he deserves because he's such a great, and he's a great. It's not like I can't even listen to his music either. I found it. Oh my god, I found it. I found the picture. Oh my god, look at this. That is my father dressed up as Prince for Halloween. I wish the camera was more in focus.
Shouts out Dad.
Yeah, shouts out Dad. Oh my gosh, he wore that to work. Oh my
so I want you to say your number 2 first. Not that mine would be any better, but you already pretty much said what mine was or why I picked mine as number 2. You'll see after. My number 2 is Elvis fucking Presley. Okay.
Wow.
So who's your number 2?
But I mean, do you want to go into why Elvis?
You literally said like he was just the shit back in the days. Like he was just so swaggerful. His song it's for me specifically. He was on my top 10 songs of all time. Can't Help Falling in Love with You. It just I feel like that song will just stick forever. That song is just one of the best songs I've ever heard. That's why it was on my top 10 list. And Elvis Presley as an artist.
What song?
Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just he was a swaggerful dude. He carried himself with such confidence and pride, and I think that's something that a lot of young men could find inspiring and reached many people, as I said for everyone else I described.
All right, so that's your number 2, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. So definitely my number 2 is somebody that we haven't even brought up yet, that you never brought up yet. There's somebody that, no, we kind of did bring him up, technically, I guess. Mm-hmm. My number 2 is James Brown.
I fucking said James Brown.
Yeah, James Brown is my number 2, and when you said it, I thought, oh, you just said that because in the back of your head you had him in your mind because he's on your list, but I guess not. I wonder who's our number 1 picks.
Yeah. It's definitely not
whatever.
Ski Mask and Slum.
Yeah, it's XXXTentacion. Hardest working man in show business, JL. I used to say the whole catchphrase when I was a kid. I can't even remember it to this day, but James Brown, and I don't want to just say the same thing about everybody else. I think what I said about other people could be applied to him, even though he probably deserves more credit. He was a jerk. He was a big old jerk, and he was very, very rude to many of the people around him. But that's how he got the job done when it came to his music. That's how he was able to. That's how he hustled. That's how he made sure that he would be performing live. I've heard stories. He'd have live performances in concerts and stuff like that, and people, he'd have live the band play it behind him. James Brown would hear, even if the audience can't hear it, he'd hear a slip up in the instrumentation. He'd stop everything and be like, "No, I heard that. We're starting over." Mid-concert. It was insane. He wanted to make sure that he had the tip-top musicians behind him, so that way that can reflect on him, and he can ricochet that off into his music, and that's amazing to me. He worked so incredibly hard.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, he had such a big impact. He's so soulful. He's the reason why so many people are making music today. And I can't. Are those mine or yours?
Yours.
Yeah. So, there's no way I can't put James Brown at least somewhere on this list. Especially, he's definitely number 2 in my eyes, because there's no one else that is like him or is ever gonna be like him, except maybe one person, who I guess is.
I don't know who my number 1 is.
I guess is both our number 1 picks.
Who's your number 1?
Why don't you go ahead? I'll give you the honors. Good. All right. We'll do rock, paper, scissors, and whoever wins gets to see who the number 1 person is. All right.
Elton John. No.
XXXTentacion.
Michael fucking Jackson.
Oh, that's your number 1?
Yeah.
That's not my number 1.
Who's your number 1?
I'm just kidding. That's my number 1.
Ow! Do we have to fucking explain this one?
I don't know. I don't think we do, but we probably should. Go ahead. I want to hear from you.
Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson.
Wow. End of story.
Michael Jackson. I can't imagine anyone. I can't imagine myself going up to anyone and them not knowing a Michael Jackson song or not knowing who Michael Jackson was. Have you seen? There's this video where Michael Jackson pops out on stage, and for at least 5 minutes he's standing completely still, and the entire crowd is just screaming and wailing and bugging out. Who the hell do you know that could do that?
Me.
Besides you.
Oh, yeah, definitely Michael Jackson.
Come on. I had another example, but I forgot. It slipped my mind. But Michael Jackson is just... He reached everybody, by one of my favorite songs of all time. I didn't mention it on my list, but Human Nature by Michael Jackson. It's just... His songs had many different... They could fit many different people. They a lot of them carried messages, stories, or a lot of them were feel good music, as some people on this list were as well.
Michael Jackson was just funky.
He was just that dude. He had a lot of things going for him, good and bad.
Yeah.
But throughout the bad, he still overcame them. my iPhone is connected to your shit and it's putting everything in your laptop.
I could argue that if it wasn't for those controversies, Michael Jackson wouldn't even be as big as he was. Just because of the time, which is, you know what's interesting? We did the unreleased video, last week, which we might release sometime in the next year.
Did either of us have a Michael Jackson song on our list?
We did not have a single. I had a Jackson 5 song, but that was as far as it gets when it comes to Michael Jackson, which is interesting. So why is it you think that we had 19 songs that didn't even involve Michael Jackson?
Because every song on our fucking list would have been Michael Jackson. No, I was kidding. But I don't know. I just wasn't. I was thinking more broad than that because I felt like putting a Michael Jackson song on the list would be too obvious. Maybe. Yeah,
I didn't want to put Billie Jean on my list or like Thriller or anything because I thought the same thing.
Yeah. But I had I remember I said I had one example just how dope he was. I remember seeing not too long ago, maybe a year ago, I saw a video of him on stage, and there was some fuck up. I didn't even notice it in the video, or on his performance. And in the middle of the song, he goes, "That's it." What the fucking dude? You seen that video?
No.
He's firing somebody while he's on stage performing. That's it. Fired. Over
Are you serious?
In the song. It's pretty dope.
No, he didn't.
I swear on everything.
Wow.
Because he fucked. I think it was the pyrotechnic or something like that. Something like that. And he's like, "No job, fired." Michael Jackson was the shit, dude. Michael Jackson.
Actually, going. Well, I mean, I don't want to play the video on. That's unprofessional.
I mean, I'm just gonna show you.
You can show me
after.
afterwards.
I'm cutting it, bro. We're cutting it.
I'm not editing this video.
I'm gonna do it because there's shit that needs to be cut. I'll do it on your computer. You spent like 30 minutes talking about something that had nothing to do with our podcast.
You can do it on my computer.
Huh?
You can do it on my computer.
It took like 5 minutes.
I'll just send it to you.
And then we're gonna have to send it back.
No, you just upload it.
Oh yeah, we did.
Because it's not like you're like singing it like before.
Yeah.
Just upload it.
Fires.
Fired. No job.
Some shit. Yeah.
No
It's not
job.
exactly like that. Stage producer. Fire stage producer.
Let's see it. That's really funny. He fired. I don't know why I never heard about that. That's really funny.
I don't know if this is the video.
He's like mid color change.
It's definitely one that had. How fucking play that?
What was the title of the video?
Is it? I just put. Oh, right here.
No job.
Yeah, this is it. How you gonna be? Jobs go. How you gonna find somebody on stage like that? Brad. How you gonna do that, bro?
Wow. Brad, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
That's why I laughed when you mentioned that James Brown thing when he was like, he would stop the concert and.
That's funny. That's real funny.
Great.
So we didn't talk about our honorable mentions, and I actually want to get into this.
We actually did, yeah.
There are some people that I think what people would put on this list, but I didn't put on this list for a specific reason. Or a specific reason or another. But I think it's people that deserve to be in the conversation of greatest artists of all time, but just aren't on the top 10. Do you have any that you want to share?
I didn't have too many honorable mentions. I think I had about 2, 3. I mentioned one earlier.
I have 7.
I
have 7 honorable mentions.
Well, this I lost train of thought. Honorable mentions. I had Drake that I was going to put on my list as number 10. And after an argument with Jaron, I really thought about it. And I don't think he deserves to be on that list quite yet.
I won an argument with you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I never said you didn't.
No, I never. I'm just saying.
I sat there in silence with nothing to say. I think that means you won the argument.
Wow.
Made me sound like a dick. I was going to put either Kurt Cobain or Nirvana on that list. But I decided also the same reason not to. I feel like they're great, but not top 10. Maybe top 20 if we were to ever do that. But I don't think that's what we're going to do it.
No, I don't think we're ever going to do top, because the top 10 would be the exact same. So, well, before I get into it, Drake is on my honorable mentions list just because of how.
You got 7.
I have 7.
7.
Just because of how big he is. 8 because I'm gonna put Whitney Houston on there just for a specific reason.
Yeah. And the reason I said yet for Drake is because yes, he's very big, but he can continue to grow, and I feel like that's something that
it's too soon.
Yeah, and if his career were to end and his music were to continue, you know what I'm saying? Like if his career were to, or he were to pass away, God forbid, like how Michael Jackson or fucking Johnny Cash did, and their music were to still have an impact or influence far into the future, then that's, I feel like, worthy. Or then he'd be definitely worthy of a top 10 list?
Well, see, I don't know, because I'm going to get into that in a second, but my number, well, not number, anything. One of my honorable mentions was Kurt Cobain. That was my number 9. I just switched it out just because, Kurt Cobain, like, same reasons you said, but I have 3 people in my honorable mentions list that I can categorize into the same thing. I have Whitney Houston, Biggie Smalls, and Tupac Shakur, whatever. Personally, in my mind, I think that people glorify their music so much just because of the fact that they're not with us anymore. I think if Biggie and Tupac were still alive, I don't know where their careers would be right now. I don't know. And they were big, they were big. I just think that, people call them, like, Biggie and Tupac are the greatest rappers of all time. I don't agree with that. I don't, personally. I think Tupac was a great lyricist. He was even a poet, and he could have been great if he was still here. I think if you're a good artist and you get taken away too soon, I think that kind of makes people overhype your reputation. Like XXXTentacion, for example. I feel like within like 5 years, people are going to talk about, man, there was this great like one of like the greatest artists like I've ever heard and stuff like that. No, not really.
And he's my favorite artist, and I can get 100% behind what Jaron is saying because I know his music isn't all good. Like, I know there's songs that are trash that are on some of his albums, and I as a person can admit that because I was a fan before his death. You know what I mean? And I feel like now that he's dead, there's so many people that just hop on and just play any song and just glorify him because of the fact that he's dead. So yeah, I understand exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I just Biggie Smalls. He had 2 albums.
2, yeah.
And one of them wasn't even good. So like, I think if you get taken away,
clout tokens. That's what you get.
You get death gives you clout tokens. That's the best way I can put it, where everyone can understand. A couple more of my honorable mentions. I want to say one, but my opinion on him is so controversial. I don't even know if I should say it. And that's coming from me, someone who just nonstop says controversial things. You're gonna edit this, right?
Just say
so if it's bad, if it's bad, I mean, we can always cut it out. But like, if it comes off weird, Elton John is not a mention.
Oh,
but like, I think he's great. I think he's a great singer, and I think that he's a very talented musician. I think if he was straight, his music wouldn't be as popular as it was. I don't think he'd be
fucked up. That's like exactly what I would have said too, because I told you he's one of my honorable mentions. But not in that same way. I just feel like,
and it's messed up because I don't want to say that, but I think just worldwide, when you think of Elton John, you automatically think of, oh, that's the homosexual musician. You don't think of, oh, he has great songs. I can't even think of an Elton John song right now. It's like maybe Rocket Man or something.
I think, especially nowadays, the fact that people are more comfortable to come out when there's somebody that could do it with no problem and weren't scared to do it.
Like Frank Ocean.
They were very. It's cause I think I don't think I've ever told you this, but I don't think Frank Ocean's that good.
Of a singer?
Not of a singer, just like I
like his albums.
Yeah,
I like his features.
But I understand why people do, because he's just. There's people that are like, how do I word this? Like, I don't want to say this. Say I were gay, right? And I was scared to come out because I was scared of how he would feel or what he would say to me if I were to tell him. For people like Frank Ocean or Elton John who could just do it, you know what I mean, and just not care, is something that's pretty inspiring. And I feel like that's something that kind of contributes to their popularity, and maybe why Elton John was so popular.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, that's my opinion.
You can even bring Frank Ocean into the conversation because think about it. Frank Ocean was cool. Like he had like what was the song? Thinking About You or whatever, and that was a big song for his time. But then he kind of faded off. All of a sudden he comes out as gay. Everyone freaking goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Frank Ocean. Don't get our words mixed up.
Yeah, we're probably gonna edit this whole part out.
No. I don't want you to edit this part out because I don't think we're being. Because
we don't have any problem with gay people.
That's what I was about to say. Like, there's nothing wrong.
And this
with
is something.
gay.
What I'm about to say is something that every racist or homophobic person says. But I have gay friends. I actually do. I have 2 very good gay friends. So like, well, Justice. Well, I'm gonna edit his name out. Justice and Shane. We were cool. I was cool with Shane back in the day.
Oh right, yeah, we went to yeah. I mean, yeah, I know.
Well, all right. Let me be real. I have one really close gay friend, and then the other one is like I was really close with him, but we kind of fell off.
Justice is really close with you.
Yeah.
Really?
Every day I'm hanging out right now.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, your foot is under the rug. Why are you trying to put the Gatorade bottle on the carpet?
I'm trying to make it look like a wave.
All right. Anyway, and I think we're just trying to dig ourselves out of the hole that we dug ourselves into.
Okay.
But like, last thing I'll say on it is, like, yeah, obviously we know gay people, and it's not like we're not trying to be like homophobic. My girlfriend's best friend is gay. I was about to say that, but that sounds just like stupid. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Obviously, it's 2018. People get with the program. But I think it helped Elton John to get to where he is today. Absolutely, definitely. I think that's his whole like. It's not his fault because he doesn't really talk about it that much. You know, I think it's just. I don't know. You know, Eminem like kept saying like the F word a bunch of times, and people were really mad at him. What did he do? He went on stage with Elton John because Elton John is a known gay musician, and that's gonna get me popularity. And everyone looks at Elton John and goes, "Oh my God, that's that gay musician." I don't know. That's just me.
I feel like there's any oppressed group that gets some type of big what's the word? Big, not big break, but big representation in Hollywood or something like for example, I went back and watched Black Panther, and Black Panther wasn't, I don't think, worth $1 billion in the box office first month.
It was just so culturally big because nobody
that's
really
what it was.
That.
And I feel like that's the same thing when it comes to, Yeah,
if Black Panther was a white dude, it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be that. Yeah, it would not. No, that's a good point. If Black Panther was white, no one really cared that much. That's a great point. He'd be like the Ant-Man of if Spider-Man was black, if Ant-Man was black, if the Hulk was black, the
MCU would be fucking lit right now.
Well, I'm not saying all. I'm just saying like individually, they would all be as big as the Black Panther movie was, But like, let's say Spider-Man Homecoming. Whoa, Spider-Man Homecoming had a black Peter Parker. Oh.
There's a Black Panther.
I know there's a black Spider-Man.
Yo, what are you doing over there?
My guitar's about to fall on the plug and unplug the lamp. We're about to go in the darkness. What was I saying? Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming had like Donald Glover as Spider-Man. Everyone would lose their freaking mind. It would be like,
even if it was a trash movie.
Even if the movie was garbage, they'd be like, whoa, Black Spider-Man. They actually had a Black Spider-Man, and they made that a bad thing. Wah, Spider-Man 3.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't even want to go into like Spider-Man at the moment, but you get the point.
We're gonna review movies. You wanna do that one day, too?
You take a movie, just another podcast.
Hey,
it's not like we don't have enough on our plates. Jeez.
I mean, we could integrate it.
We're gonna integrate music and movie podcasts.
Like two.
That's so inconsistent.
Folders. Can't you do playlists? Have a movie playlist?
Oh yeah, we'll do like all that on Mondays and then movies on Thursdays. I don't know, whatever.
And I don't work on Tuesdays and Thursdays anymore. We live.
Oh yeah, wow. Oh, so you can edit this tomorrow. So you don't go to work tomorrow. Hey, all right. So I have 2 more honorable mentions that I wanted to talk about, and then we'll get out of here. I'll just gloss over them real quick. Taylor Swift.
I knew you were in trouble when you walked in.
I can't. You can't. I can't
get behind that one.
You can't get behind that one?
I don't. maybe sales wise.
But that's what I'm saying. She's so huge. She's the Drake of pop music.
I don't.
And
know.
we only talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's opinion at the same time. I don't fuck with Taylor Swift. I think
I don't like Taylor Swift's music either.
No,
I don't prefer. I'm not gonna say I don't prefer Taylor Swift's music, but the only reason we have Drake as one of those in this conversation is because we like Drake's music. If we like Taylor Swift's music like that, she's just as big, if not bigger, than Drake is. You know, so you can't really
only because of Kanye.
Only because of Kanye. Really?
I made that bitch famous.
Oh man! And then the last honorable mention I have is Madonna, just because the '80s was ruled by 3 people. 2 of them were on our list: Michael Jackson and Prince. And then Madonna. I just don't think Madonna was
who Drake kissed.
Yeah, Drake kissed Madonna, didn't he?
On stage.
Oh man! Oh yeah. Ooh. Do better, Drake. Do better.
Hey, man.
I don't think Madonna's music was as good as the other people on this list. I think she was fine. She was catchy. She was what, the people who listen to her music, that demographic, needed at the time of, Michael Jackson and Prince, when that wasn't really your cup of tea. It was really, Madonna was there to, close the gap of what kind of music people should listen to. So, that's pretty cool. Do you have anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
I think I'm good. I think I'm set.
All right. So, guys, that was, I guess, episode 1 of the Culture Swine podcast.
1.5.
1.5. We're gonna get a better webcam in like 2 weeks, and we're gonna be on iTunes in 2 weeks, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of crap coming to you. Jail is gonna look a lot, lighter.
Yeah, I'm a little dark.
Yeah, he's gonna look a lot lighter in the next couple, in a couple episodes from now.
You got 3 lights just for me.
Yeah,
2 lights, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have my lamp right next to the camera, and I have a spotlight coming on here, and he still looks like like a TV when it's turned off, or So
hey man, God made me burnt side.
Yeah, but even though I'm and I look really white on camera too. Like I look like whiter than I actually am.
You think that hissing is gonna be a problem on the mic?
The radio, I don't think because the audio comes from the front of the microphone, not the back. I could have made it bi-directional too, so it comes from the left to the right, or omnidirectional, where it goes from all around, or stereo, where it's just whack.
Eventually, we have enough money. We're each gonna have our own mic. We're gonna have some headphones on.
Oh, I don't even think my computer can hold too much. To be honest,
we're gonna have a better computer.
Oh, we're gonna get our own computer.
We're gonna have a
big
ass camera, and we're gonna be here just sitting like this.
On a table
like this.
When are you getting the table?
I can get it tomorrow if we need to get it.
Actually?
Yeah, I can get it whenever. Those kind of tables are cheap too. They're not bread.
Can you get a tablecloth too?
Sure.
You don't have to get an expensive one. Just get a black one. Get a red one.
Nah, not red.
Why not?
Red's too much.
White?
The table's gonna be white.
The table's gonna be white.
Get like 3. I'll get 3. Switch them up.
Get 3 tablecloths?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, why not? Yes, that's gonna be it for episode
Table Bluffs.
1. Table Bluffs of the Cultured Swine podcast. What is our list gonna be next week? Because there's not really
didn't we say rappers? But that'd be kind of like dumb to do rappers right behind artists.
Yeah, I guess so. Albums.
We'll see when we come out with it.
No, we want to leave a cliffhanger.
Albums.
Albums? You want to do albums?
I'm gonna have to do a lot of music listening to that.
I mean, when I think of albums, a couple just come, pop into my mind.
I didn't really start listening to complete albums till like the past 2 years, I want to say. So.
We could do rap songs. Rap songs. We did songs. We're not going to do that. Let's do rap songs.
Yeah, rap songs or albums are going to be one of the next 2. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Stay tuned and put up a tweet. Make a Twitter tonight.
Oh, do you want to make a Twitter?
Okay.
Ooh, that would be nice. So yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. Yeah, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at Small Afro Games. SMALLAFROGAMES. Have a lot of WWE content on there. You could find Jail at.
I have a variety of different usernames. My Instagram is _JAELE. If you like bike stuff and girlfriend pictures, go follow me on there. If you like people who barely post on Snapchat, could add me at JARmwood, JAY Armwood 621, and we'll be square. Same thing at Twitter. And I think I have another Instagram under that name too, but I don't think I post anything on there. So
We should make merch. I can make us merch.
Can make us merch too. I can sell us merch.
Yeah.
Sell our merch.
It could, but it's not gonna be for a while. We don't have the audience yet to even make a thing yet. So that's gonna be on.
And we don't even really have a logo, so we're gonna have to figure that out.
We do not have a logo. We should probably get into that. Yeah. So that was episode 1. I'm kind of tired. I think we did a good job. I like this episode.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We did a lot of elaboration.
It was a lot more serious than our last episode. You guys haven't seen it, but
Well, when you put the Cha Cha Slide as the number 1 song of all time, yeah. I don't know why we weren't serious that episode.
Now,
Hands on your knees. Is there anything else you want to say?
Good night.
We're uploading, I don't even know when we're uploading this. He's just going to assume.
Good day.
Good morning. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week for episode 2 of the Culture Swine podcast. I've been Jaron. This has been Jail, and you want to sign off somehow?
I don't know what to say, honestly.
I thought Dave who.
Because we did this last week.
Let's do a fun fact to close out the show. We'll do a fun fact every episode.
About what?
Anything.
Personal life?
Just anything. You can literally do anything personal, just stuff you know.
There's so many things that I can just say and spit out that I read on Snapple Facts.
Yeah.
Saturn's density is less than that of water on Earth. Meaning, if you were to put Saturn, take away gravity, because it would destroy Earth if you did this. But if you put Saturn on a beach, or on the ocean, it would float.
That's so boring. Oh my god.
What? So if you like astronomy, follow my other channel.
I was going to say, like, dogs have cleaner tongues than people, but you want to go into... Yeah, it's true.
Because I looked that up and I heard the opposite. But
you know what? You want to do me a favor?
You want to know something? You want to know a fun fact? Jeremy is though. Beach.
Well, your beard's weird. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week, everybody. Peace out. Did it end? I didn't end it. We're never going to get off this episode.